So, I heard that you engaged in an illegal fight club.
Is that why you brought me here? Am I in trouble?
No, you're not. I actually wanted to discuss an arrangement.
An arrangement? What for?
Please, sit down. Or stand there. In order for us to discuss this, I need you to make an oath to me that you will not share this information that I'm about to bestow to you.
I promise.
Good girl. I, Goddess Palutena, the leader of the Champions of the Fourth, grant Isabelle the knowledge of the Subspace War 20 years ago. "20 years ago, the world was suppressed by a dark energy known as subspace. The subspace was caused by two entities known as Master Hand and his brother Crazy Hand. The subspace would possess soulless fighters who would allow suppression. The people were told to hide or to run away from the subspace, as no one was capable of taking a stand against these enemies of darkness. Except for one. Mario, a plumber from the Mushroom Kingdom. From that day forward, he pledged to stand against the subspace and create a world where the subspace doesn't exist. And as they continue to move forward, more and more fighters joined his cause to defeat the subspace for good in the first act of the war. This team would be known as the SmashingXIII. From different worlds grew more and more hopeful of Mario's cause. After they bravely defeated Master Hand in the first act of the Subspace War, they were recognized by different kingdoms, such as the Castle Siege, which would be known to be the melee forces. Although some did not agree with Mario, he continued to practice. He never gave up and left the school. The new leader of the Subspace Army was none other than Mewtwo, a powerful Pokemon that grew hatred for humans. The group fought endlessly with the fighters, and when all seemed according to plan, just like that, the tables were turned. With the ability to control fighters like a mind-slave puppet, the remaining elite smashers had no choice but to fight back. Unfortunately, not everyone could be saved. But there was no time to waste, as something worse would happen the next day. With the help of another, you two managed to create a new army. An army that could wipe all of the remaining fighters. An army that is known as the Subspace Brawlers. And they were stronger, more vicious, and stronger. But Mario knew what he needed to do. During the fight, Mario was heavily injured, and when he thought it was all over, a fighter named Kirby used his ability to destroy Mewtwo. And because of Kirby, the remaining fighters were able to destroy the rest of the army. But it came with a sacrifice. After that, the Hero King declared that the newly purified world, the world of light, needed a border to keep the people from the remaining subspace, and made a group of fighters known as the Champions of the Fourth to balance every fighter from the newly built world. And to make sure the amount of fighters within the borders are kept as stable as possible. And thus, only invited fighters with a purpose were allowed to enter, and only a couple are able to become real fighters themselves. And after the loss of so many elites, the elite smashers were no more. Ever since the second act of the Subspace War 11 years ago, we had reports on encounters from the remaining subspace.
There's still more of them?
Kirby managed to eliminate half of Mewtwo's army, but the rest still remained in the subspace zone.
The subspace zone? That's over the borders, right? I was there before I got invited, but I never encountered any subspace enemies.
That's because where you were in, it was not invested in subspace. That part of the world is well guarded by our forces. However, the other side, deep within the world, is not.
So, that means Nook Inc. isn't dangerous.
Correct. But some of the other worlds are sadly stuck in the dangerous part of the subspace zone.
Why can't we just take everyone who isn't controlled by the subspace here?
I would love to, but our borders are quite limited.
What about the other fighters that are in danger? What do we do about them?
The only thing we can do is slowly bring fighters in. The rest of them have no choice but to stay and survive. I don't like how it works either. I wish we would live in a world where it's filled with light. A world where civilians can live peacefully. No one has to be scared of the darkness, of subspace controlling their lives. A world where no one else has to die. Which is why I need your help, Isabelle.
What can I do?
I need you to do me the honor to form the next team of elites.
Huh? You want me to make a new team for you?
Yes, with your determination skills, you can convince fighters to join our cause and make a new elite group to stand against the subspace.
So I'm just going to convince people to join the new group and... that's it?
You'll also be responsible for leading the group as well.
What?
A retired elite told me that you have the qualities of being a leader.
And I don't know the first thing about fighting.
Oh, really? Judging by my sources, you seem to know a thing or two about fighting.
Those are just fakes.
You know how to fight. You just need to gather your courage to fight again. It's like what you said to Villager, that you'll take it, no matter how many punches I get.
How did you...
I'm a champion. My power offers fighters knowledge, and for that to work, I need to know about everything that's happening in the world.
Oh yeah, Wario told me that. But I'm the reason why Wario got killed. And yet, you still want me. Why? There are much stronger fighters out there, so why me?
With my abilities, I have faith that you are capable of something extraordinary. You just have to believe in your abilities rather than denying them. I'll give you until tomorrow night for your final answer.
Tomorrow? What happens if I don't answer by then?
Oh, believe me, you will have one. Now, good day.
But wait!
And when you do, things are going to change for the better.
You're that dog that just stood there when Ridley was fighting Wario. Are you happy with yourself? Letting that fat man get the blow instead of fighting back.
Help! The last thing I would want is let someone who'll let me die if I were in danger. It's either you give me a new hotel partner, or I'll be booking a different hotel.
I'm sorry that you had to witness all that. It must be hard for you to live with that in the back of your mind.
Thank you. I appreciate...
Unfortunately, my Pikmin and I agreed that this hotel service is quite dangerous to live in, knowing that the staff members will just run away if there was murder on the loose. Also, the piranha plant got into my room again.
Are you kidding me?
Coward. How did they make you the hotel porter?
And you wanted to be a fighter?
Who did this to you?
Mr. Mayor?
I want their names, their address, their color variation, and the shovel.
What? What are you going to do to them?
That's for them to find out.
No! Just... no! You're freaking me out with this new behavior!
I see nothing wrong with it.
Forget it. Those guys left the hotel anyways.
You had a rough day. Let me make it up to you by offering you dinner.
I appreciate the offer, sir, but I have to decline. I'm just not feeling it today.
Oh, I see. Still, I think you should at least take a break from work.
I have... other things to think about.
Like what?
It's complicated.
My name is complicated.
I thought your name was Villager.
That's my code name, silly bean. But really, it's complicated.
But you just... oh, you were just joking with me.
I'm just trying to lighten up the mood.
I appreciate it. Thanks. But I need time to think about my own issues.
Understood. I'm going out to eat anyway. Do you want me to get you something?
I'm good.
Alrighty. I'ma go eat some fine steak now.
Hey, villager?
Ivy?
Ah!
You have some nerve showing your face around, Ivy!
Please, I just want to talk.
Hadn't you talked quite enough already? You endangered my friend and caused Ridley to go loose on everyone yesterday. Do you expect me to forgive and forget like it was nothing?
Let me explain.
Explain what? That you did those deals with Ridley and the other fighters just to go easy on Isabelle? And now everyone is beating Isabelle down because of it. I hope you are happy knowing that what you did caused people to die!
Mr. Mayor, please stop!
I thought I was doing the right thing. You know that club would be harsh on her, and I know that you don't want her to get hurt.
That doesn't justify the damage you caused. Now people are blaming Isabelle when they should be blaming you.
Look, I know what I did was unforgivable. Believe me. But all I ask is 5 minutes of your time for me to ask you a favor.
Please, sir, let him speak.
5 minutes. Go.
It's about my daughter, Athena.
Your daughter?
She's... well, I adopted her a few years before I met you, villager.
And this is new information because...
Sir?
Anyway, the melee forces found out about the illegal matches and the deal I had with Ridley. And of course with the other fighters as well. When Villager told me about you and how much he cared about you, I knew when he had the idea to bring you here to Smash, you would be easily defeated. You were new to this stuff after all. I've seen it before. So when the melee forces were asking me about that, I made sure that the two of you weren't a part of that club. Thanks to those deals, I managed to convince everyone to shut their mouths about you guys. Because of that, they let you two off the hook.
We are?
Yeah, but every other member isn't.
You don't mean...
The verdict they gave us was deportation. By tomorrow morning, I'll be leaving the world of light.
Oh no.
Where are they sending you?
Back to the Prism Tower, I reckon.
Back to square one.
Villager, I know you can't forgive me, but I need you to take care of my girl for me. You're the only person I can trust. Please, it's all I ask for.
All right, I'll take care of her.
Thank you so much, Villager. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that.
Don't mention it.
The world of light, a place where different fighters from all kinds of worlds can coexist in a safe haven.
Be safe, okay? Villager will be taking care of you now.
Do you have to go?
Yes. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to live up to that promise we both made.
Good morning. I'll be your new border attendant. Please follow me in a single file line as I escort you all out of the world of light and into the safe parts of the subspace zone.
Okay, remember, she has a severe allergy to water, so...
Her baths have to be the same ink color as her hair.
She is also allergic to other colors of ink, so...
The ink has to be orange, not any other colors.
That is, unless she...
Changes her ink.
Oh, and if she ever runs out of ink, be sure to...
Let her dive into her orange ink. I got this, alright?
I know.
We'll be heading out in less than 1 minute.
I gotta go. Take care, Athena.
Dad! I love you!
I love you too.
And if you're that lucky newcomer that was selected to pass the Smash borders, you're in luck. Your journey to a better life is about to begin.